Tony here from Psych'd Baseball Cards. I have a one package mail day. These are cards that I picked up. There's 5 cards, and they're for my 1960 top set, high numbers that I'm putting together. And I'm going to go over to the counter over there and do the video. So I'm going to pause this and turn it around. So hang in there with me. Okay, back. My first card is Ken Hamlin. The reason I'm doing this over here is so I don't have to hold the cards and be shaking like I'm a leaf on a tree on a breezy day. So Ken Hamlin, he played shortstop, second base. He had a 10-year career. He was a good fielder, but not so great with the bat, they say. He had a career .241 batting average. He played for the Pirates, the Kansas City A's, and the Angels, and the Washington Senators. Career highlights, he had one 5 RBI game, which included a grand slam. And he had 2 4-hit games and 17 3-hit games. So as you can see, not a whole lot there. And back of the card. Sorry for the glare. Love the backs of these cards with the little cartoons and little information about the player. Next up, we have Ed Rakow. Come on, focus. Okay, there we go. Ed, he was a switch-hitting right-handed pitcher. He had a 12-year career, but 7 of those 12 years was in the minors. He pitched for the Dodgers, the Kansas City A's, the Tigers, and the Braves. He had a 4.33 ERA, and he won 36, lost 47. He was part of that Rocky Colavito trade that sent Colavito to the Tigers from Cleveland. Not a very popular trade, as in that trade was Harvey Keene from the Tigers, and Harvey had won the batting title in '59. The Cleveland fans were pretty upset with that trade. Okay, next up we have Hal Wodashik. Okay. I think that's how you pronounce it. He was a left-handed pitcher. He had an 11-year career. He was nicknamed the Switchman for his ability to turn out the lights on opposing batters. He pitched for 7 different teams. He had a 44-62 win-loss record with a career .356 ERA. He had 61 saves, 1 All-Star game, 1-time World Series champ with the Cardinals in '67. He became the Houston Colt 45's first ever legitimate closer in 1963, winning 11 games with a team-leading 10 saves and a 1.97 ERA. His success was based largely on having picked up the slider from Rusty Staub. Wodashik pitched 2 scoreless innings for the National League in the '63 All-Star game. His best year in the majors was '64, when he led the senior circuit with 23 saves. Okay, next up we have Seth. Hang in there, Seth. Stand up for me. There we go. Seth Moreland. Okay, Seth had a 5-year career as a left-handed pitcher for the Phillies, Cubs, and Milwaukee Braves. He posted a .519 record with a 4.81 ERA and 5 saves in 132 games pitched. He had 24 games as a starter. He was the last pitcher to face Roy Campanella, and also the last pitcher to face the Brooklyn Dodgers before they moved to Los Angeles after the '57 season. So he wasn't around for a whole lot, but he has a distinction of being the last pitcher to pitch to Roy Campanella and the Brooklyn Dodgers. Okay, next up we have a coach's card, Cincinnati Reds. I have to hold this. We have Otero. Whoops, sorry about that. Let me see if I can get the whole card in here. Well, that ain't working out well. Anyway, I'll go with Otero first. Reggie Otero, he was a Cuban-born player who had a long career in the minor leagues in Cuba. He played briefly with the Cubs in '45, playing in 14 games and hitting .391. He also played 13 years in the Cuban Professional League. He was a left-handed batter, but threw right-handed. After his playing career, he managed in Cuba, Mexico, and Venezuela. For Venezuela, he won 7 titles and is in the Venezuelan Hall of Fame. He served as coach for the Reds, Indians, and as a scout for the Indians and Dodgers. Okay, and we have Cot Deal. He was a right-handed pitcher, nicknamed Cot because of his cotton-colored hair. Let's see, what do we got on Cot here? He spent 48 years in Major League Baseball, 20 years as a manager, 5 years as a coach. 20 years as a player, 5 years as a manager, 22 years as a coach, and 1 year as an executive in the minor leagues. In the minors, he pitched a complete game, giving up 1 run and going 4 for 8 as a batter. 8 at-bats, you ask? Yes. He pitched a complete game that lasted for 20 innings. You ain't gonna see that again. He was his first MLB at-bat as a pinch hitter. He hit a walk-off home run single, not a home run. He hit a walk-off single against Bob Lemon. After developing arm issues, he became a catcher and outfielder. He managed the Detroit Red Wings hockey team for 2 years and is in the Red Wings Hall of Fame. He was pitching coach for several teams in the majors and hitting coach, outfield coach in the minors. He also managed in the minors and was an assistant minor league director for the White Sox. And he was also a minor league director for the Giants. Okay, whoops, hang on a minute while I dropped my piece of paper. I have to go retrieve that. Oh, looky there, you get to see the card all in full. Oh, cool. Glad I dropped it, only a little bit too late. Sometimes JC drops work out well. Okay, so Wally Moses, he was right-handed. He was a right fielder, 17-year career and a .291 hitter. Played for the Phillies, the Philadelphia A's. He played for the Philadelphia A's, the White Sox, and the Red Sox. He debuted with the Athletics in 1935 and batted over .300 each of his 7 years with the A's, with a career best .345 in his sophomore year. In '43, with the Chicago White Sox, he posted a career-high 56 stolen bases. In the '46 World Series with the Boston Red Sox, he hit .417, going 5 for 12. He was the last 20th century athletics player with 200 hits in a season, in which he had 208 hits. That held up until 2008 or 2002, when Miguel Tejada hit 204. He was a 2-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champ, and he's in the Philly Wall of Fame. Okay, that's my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for some of the awkwardness. This is my 3rd try on this. I'm not going to do another one. So everybody have a great weekend. Until next time, keep on collecting the hobby.